HMCS Montreal is a Halifax-class frigate that has served in the Canadian Forces since 1993. Montreal is the seventh ship in her class, which is based on the Canadian Patrol Frigate Project. She is the second vessel to carry the designation HMCS Montreal. Montreal was laid down on 8 February 1991 by Saint John Shipbuilding Ltd. at Saint John and launched on 28 February 1992. She was commissioned into the Canadian Forces on 21 July 1994 by Francine Street Pierre and carries the hull classification symbol 336. On 5 July 2012, Montreal was turned over to Irving Shipbuilding's Halifax shipyards to start an 18-month midlife upgrading and modernization. Montreal was the fifth frigate to complete the midlife modernization and achieved normal readiness status in March 2015 after completing a rigorous, alongside and at sea trial program. She is assigned to Maritime Forces Atlantic and is homeported at CFB Halifax. The vessel is designated as a bilingual language unit in the Royal Canadian Navy. Service. Mission. Montreal serves on MARLANT missions protecting Canada's sovereignty in the Atlantic Ocean and enforcing Canadian laws in its territorial sea and exclusive economic zone. The ship has also been deployed on missions throughout the Atlantic and to the Indian Ocean, specifically the Persian Gulf and Arabian Sea, on anti-terrorism operations. The vessel has also participated in several NATO missions, patrolling the Atlantic Ocean as part of Standing Naval Force Atlantic and its successor Standing NATO Response Force Maritime Group 1. Montreal has conducted sovereignty patrols in the Canadian Arctic as well as assisted in drug interdiction operations in the Caribbean Sea. Post-HCM, Montreal participated in a large international NATO exercise called Joint Warrior off the coast of Scotland, as well as integrated in an international coalition task group to participate in a ballistic missile defense exercise as part of the at-sea demonstration 2015 under the auspices of the Maritime Theatre Missile Defense Forum. Service history. In January 1995, Montreal joined the NATO mission in the Adriatic Sea blockading the former Yugoslavia. Twice she acted as the flagship of the force before returning to Canada on 19 July 2005. In 1997, as part of an experiment to reduce noise, the warship had 12,500 anechoic tiles added to her hull. The experiment was not successful. As part of a NATO fleet in 1998, Montreal sailed to St. Petersburg, Russia as part of celebrations of the 300th anniversary of the Russian Navy. The vessel represented Canada in the Millennium International Fleet Review in New York City. In July 2000, the American merchant ship GTS Katy refused to bring its Canadian military cargo into port, claiming unpaid fees. On 30 July, the Canadian Forces sent HMCS Athabaskan to maintain contact with the rogue ship and deployed Montreal the following day. As part of Operation Megaphone, a detachment of personnel was sent over by Sea King to board Katy. A crew of the ship offered no resistance and the ship was escorted into port. The captain of the ship later claimed that the ship had been attacked and the boarding had been dangerous. National Defense Minister later rebuffed those charges, claiming the boarding had been necessary. In September 2002, Montreal sailed to take part in Operation Apollo, Canada's contribution to the American war in Afghanistan. She remained in theater until April 2003. The warship had remained longer than usual in theater due to a crash of a CH-124 seeking aboard her replacement, HMCS Iroquois. In January 2005, Montreal deployed as part of a NATO Rapid Reaction Force. On 8 February 2005, leading seaman Robert LeBlanc was lost overboard and subsequently pronounced dead. The warship participated in Operation Nanook in 2010. Montreal engaged in acceptance trials for the new CH-148 Cyclone maritime helicopter. Several modifications had to be made for the trials to the ship, including adding night vision-friendly green filters to the flight deck landing lights and reinforcing the flight deck due to the Cyclone being heavier than the CH-124 Sea King. Montreal successfully completed the tests, which included routine flying operations as well as responding to some critical situations. On 3 July 2011, as part of the National Canadian Tour, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge embarked on the vessel which conveyed them from Montreal to Quebec City. In August 2011, Montreal sailed up the St. Lawrence Seaway into Lake Ontario as part of Great Lakes Deployment 11, where she visited multiple cities including Toronto, Hamilton, Montreal, and Trois-Rivières. Montreal rejoined the fleet after completing the Halifax-class modernization refit on 26 September 2013. Subsequently, Montreal conducted sea trials for her new combat and weapons systems. Montreal achieved restricted readiness on 9 May 2014. After further sea acceptance trials and workups, Montreal assumed normal readiness on 9 March 2015, being the fifth post-refit frigate to achieve this milestone. In fall 2015, Montreal deployed for a large NATO naval exercise, Joint Warrior. On completion of this exercise, Montreal participated in At-Sea Demonstration 2015, a multinational exercise that took place off the Hebrides Islands of Scotland in October 2015. The exercise was conducted under the Maritime Theatre Missile Defense Forum, an international group that aims to improve maritime integrated air and missile defense capabilities within a coalition context. While on exercise during a port visit in Faslane, Scotland, Montreal hosted an official royal visit by His Royal Highness Prince Charles, who was recently appointed as Commodore-in-Chief of the Royal Canadian Navy's Atlantic Fleet. Montreal returned to Halifax on 27 November 2015. The ship participated in sea trials with the CH-148 Cyclone helicopters off the coast of Nova Scotia in March 2016. In April it was announced that Montreal and sister ship Fredericton would be the test ships for the Royal Canadian Navy's planned reduced crew size trials. Commanding officers, the 21st of July 1994 to 13 July 1995. Commander Gun, the 13th of July 1995 to 9 July 1997. Commander Schubeli, the 9th of July 1997 to 9 July 1999. Commander McFadden, the 9th of July 1999 to 22 June 2001. Commander Jolin, the 22nd of June 2001 to 26 June 2003. Commander Hatton, the 26th of June 2003 March 2005. Commander Woodburn, March 2005 the 18th of June 2007. Commander Dempsey, the 18th of June 2007 to 8 January 2009. Commander Zwick, the 8th of January 2009 to 30 June 2010. Commander Sutherland, the 30th of June 2010 to 2 July 2011. Commander Brisson, the 2nd of July 2011 to 31 July 2013. Commander Tennant, the 31st of July 2013 to 17 December 2013. Commander Armstrong, the 17th of December 2013 to 9 July 2014. Commander Thornton, the 9th of July 2014 to 24 June 2016, Commander Christian W.A. Monahan. The 24th of June 2016 present, Commander C.A. Sherban. Command Team Commanding Officer, Commander Christopher A. Sherban. Executive Officer, Lieutenant Commander Michael W. Eilhart. Coxswain, CPO-1 Stan Ryan. Lineage, HMCS Montreal. First of name Shore Establishment, Naval Reserve Division, Montreal, Quebec. Paid off the 26th of October 1943 and redesignated HMCS Donnacona. Second of name HMCS Montreal Frigate, River Class. Paid off the 15th of October 1945. Third of name. This is a current ship with the name Montreal.